Let's bust a myth right now. You do not need to be a creative genius to be a great content writer. You don't need a fancy degree and you don't need to have been writing since you were 5 years old. The truth is, nowadays, clear communication is a superpower. If you can write a clear email, you can write a great blog post. After 12 years in marketing, I can tell you that the most successful writers aren't the ones with the biggest vocabulary. They're the ones who are the most clear and helpful. In this video, I'm going to give you a complete pathway to go from a total beginner to a confident content writer. We'll cover the foundation of compelling content, the art of keeping your audience hooked, how to edit your own work, and finally, how to actually get paid for your new skills. Let's talk about mastering the core, foundation of compelling content. Everything starts with understanding your audience. Before you write a single word, you have to know who you are writing for and what problem you're solving for them. Once you know that, your first mission is to craft an irresistible headline and intro. Remember, 8 out of 10 people will read your headline, but only 2 of 10 will read the rest. Your headline has one job: get the click. Here's a real-world example from my career. I was working on a blog post for a software company. The original title was something painfully boring like features of our new update. It got almost 0 clicks. We changed just the headline to 5 ways our new update makes your accountant obsolete. It was a bit cheeky, but it focused on the outcome for the user, not the features. The click-through rate jumped over 400%. That's the lesson. Nobody cares about your product, they care about their problems. After you hook them, you have to make the content easy to read. That means short paragraphs, clear subheadings, and using bullet points. Don't make your reader work hard. Now is the time for the art of engagement, keeping your audience hooked. Once you've got them past the intro, how do you keep them reading? The secret is the storytelling. Even if you're writing about a boring topic, you can make it engaging. A simple storytelling trick I love is the day before formula. Whatever you're explaining, start your story by describing the role the day before that thing existed. If you're writing about a new project management tool, don't just list the features. Start with the chaos. Yesterday, your desk was covered in sticky notes, your inbox had 1,500 emails, and you missed the deadline. You're painting a picture of the problem your reader is living in right now. It makes them instantly connect with your solution. You also need to infuse your personality and voice into your writing. Are you funny, sarcastic, super nurturing? Let that show. And finally, every piece of content needs a clear call to action, or CTA. Tell your audience exactly what you want them to do next. Subscribe, leave a comment, read another article, anything, just give them the action. Let's go from draft to diamond, editing and refinements. We know that no first draft is perfect. In fact, most are pretty terrible, and that's okay. The real magic happens in the editing process. The most important strategy for self-editing is to get a fresh perspective. After you finish writing, step away for at least a few hours or even a full day. When you come back, you'll see your own work with fresh eyes. Now, let me tell you a story. Early in my career, I was writing an important email to a huge client list. I was trying to write "Our assets are secure," but I was typing too fast, and I missed the ETS in the assets. I let your imagination fill in that blank. My boss cut it 1 minute before it was scheduled to send, and I almost died of embarrassment. That taught me the most valuable editing lesson ever. Never, ever skip your reading work out loud. When you read it in your head, your brain autocorrects mistakes. When you speak the words, you catch the clunky sentences and the deadly typos. And of course, use tools like Grammarly and the Hemingway app to help you out. Now is the time for your content writing journey or your next steps to success. Okay, you've honed your skills. How do you get paid? First, you need a portfolio. But stop writing 5 tips for blah blah, something like that blog post. Every beginner does that. The most impressive sample you can create is a spec piece. Find a brand you love whose blog is a little weak. Write an article for them in their brand voice. That is 10 times better than what they're currently publishing. That single, targeted piece is 1,000 times more impressive in your portfolio than another generic listicle. When you're ready to find clients, you can use freelance platforms. But a more proactive strategy I love is the helpful follow-up. Find a marketing manager on LinkedIn, don't pitch them. Instead, engage with their posts for a week. Then send a connection request with a note like this: "Hi, I really enjoyed your post on that topic. It reminded me of this interesting article. Thought you might find it useful, and send a link. You're giving value with no risk. A week later, you can follow up with a soft pitch. You've already proven you're helpful, not just another spammer. So, becoming a content writer isn't about some innate creative gift. It's a skill. It's about understanding your audience, structuring your ideas clearly, telling good stories, and editing your work carefully. It's a process that anyone, including you, can master. Here's your action plan. Don't try to do everything at once. Just focus on that editing tip. The next time you write anything, for example, an important email, a social media post, or anything, read it out loud before you hit send. Just get into that habit. It's a small change that will make a massive difference in the quality and clarity of your writing. Now that you have the foundation, the next step is to start building your portfolio. I can suggest you having a free blog on Medium. This is something I have for many years and I publish some of my posts there. You can read my articles, they are in the description part of the channel. If you like the video, please press the like button and subscribe to the channel. And send this video for anyone who wants to start creating content. Thank you very much. See you soon.